All right, be seated. My understanding is you all have reached a verdict, is that right? If you would please hand the verdict form to the bailiff for me. All right, and the verdict form is in order. If you would publish the verdict and poll the jurors, please.
Yes, Judge. State of Florida versus Erin Robinson, case number 14 CF 11818A. We, the jury, as to count one of the indictment, find as follows. The defendant is guilty of first-degree felony murder as charged. We, the jury, as to count two of the indictment, find as follows. The defendant is guilty of burglary as charged. During the commission of the crime, did Erin Robinson commit a battery against Raul Ortiz? Yes. Was the structure entered a dwelling? Yes. We, the jury, as to count three of the indictment, find as follows. The defendant is not guilty. So say we all dated this 22nd day of October, 2020. Mr. Szymanski, foreperson of the jury. Juror number 1, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 2, is this your true and correct verdict? Juror number 3, is this your true and correct verdict? Juror number 4, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 5, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 7, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 10, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
And juror number 12, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much again for your time and your commitment to this case this week. It is after 6 o'clock and you've been working very hard, not only today, but all week long. And as I told you on Monday, and you've now seen firsthand, we can't do this without people like you who have the commitment and the civic responsibility to show up here and do the service for us. So I am very, very sincere when I tell you that I appreciate the time and dedication that you've shown here today. That much being said, all of my constant admonitions about what you can and cannot do are obviously lifted at this time. You can do as much or as little talking about jury service and this case as you would like to from this point forward. You also have a right not to talk about this case and your jury service or the deliberation process absent some court order. So if anyone were to approach you and ask you to discuss this case or your deliberations or ask you to comment, you have an absolute right not to do that. You have an absolute right to do that if you choose to as well. I do hope, though, on a personal level, if you do choose to talk about jury service to your friends or neighbors or coworkers, that it comes with a positive spin of some sort so that when they get their jury service summons, they too will come down to the courthouse as you have done. Because, as I've said, it's an invaluable service and we cannot do it at all in this courtroom or in this country without people like you. I'll also tell you that the restriction about talking to the lawyers is also lifted at this time. If you would like to talk to the lawyers about their cases or have any other questions, you're welcome to do so. Again, I'm not telling you one way or another. You're certainly not compelled to, but I often find that jurors would like to do that. You can, if you want, let Deputy Walker know, and she'll bring you back around, and you can have those discussions. As a trial lawyer myself for many years, I loved the opportunity to talk to jurors after trials. So if that's something you're interested in, please feel free. If not, I am not going to waste your time anymore this week. I know it's late and you've put in a very long and full day. Again, on behalf of everyone here in the courtroom, on behalf of all of the judges here in Hillsborough County, and on behalf of me personally, I want to thank you for your jury service. Have a great rest of your evening, a great rest of the week, at least tomorrow, and a nice weekend. Thank you very much.
All right.
jury is excused from the courtroom. What says the defendant regarding sentencing at this time?
The jury would ask that the court refrain from sentencing at this time until post-trial motions can be filed and heard before the court.
Is he entitled to a pre-sentence investigation on counts 2 and 3?
Count 3 was not guilty.
Pardon? I mean, count 2,
I think
technically.
He would be entitled to a pre-sentence investigation on count 2.
And is he asking for that?
We are.
All right. I'll order a pre-sentence investigation, that report prepared by the Department of Corrections. How long of a sentencing hearing do you expect this to take as it relates to any witness testimony that you all intend to elicit?
Your Honor, I've spoken with the family of the deceased. They have expressed an interest in speaking. How many of them plan to speak, I couldn't tell you at the moment. We discussed it just in sort of general terms. I would think I would want at least 30 or 45 minutes to make sure they all have time to say what they want to say.
All right.
Judge, I would say to be safe, I would request maybe 2 hours of the court's time that afternoon, but that's combined for the state and for the defense.
All right.
Or-
Are you all here individually and working the week of Thanksgiving when we do not have voir dires?
I'm set to be off the 3 days of that week. I don't know about Ms. Dunker, but I don't have any trials set in the month of December, so I'm basically free.
Is there a week I don't have a trial set?
The week of December, no. No.
What's that, the week of November 16th?
That's Xavier Whitehead. I'm in trial with you.
Will that last through Friday?
It's a real possibility. I would not want to try and cram something else in that week. Your Honor, I know that the court's calendar is very busy during the upcoming weeks as we're all getting back to the workload that's been built up. I would be willing to come in on Monday of the week of Thanksgiving, if we can just set a hearing date maybe in the morning.
Sure, I'll be happy to do it in the morning. Ms. Dunker?
Yep, I'm here,
Is
I'm
your
available.
team here that week?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Monday, the 23rd then at 9 o'clock?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that all right with your witnesses? Mr. Diaz, if any of them are here now, actually on both, on behalf of both the victim's family and Mr. Robinson's family, and want to be heard today because they cannot come back, I'll be happy to listen to anyone who would like to be heard today.
I think all of the family of the deceased would prefer to wait. They want a chance to compose themselves and think about what they want to say.
All right, I just wanted to make sure everyone had that opportunity if they can't make it back.
Let me check with them, thank you.
Okay.